I was excited today to get the expansion to Dice Hospital, the community care one, uh, from Alley Cat Games in the mail today. I was not expecting it. I knew they had started fulfillment, but I did not know that my package had gone out. I did not get a shipping order notice or anything like that. But hey, that's okay. If a game gets here, I am excited. And I don't get many games unexpectedly like Kickstarter or anything. Because I don't even have a credit card, so I don't back Kickstarter games. But this is, I worked the Alley Cat booth last year at Essen and at UK Games Expo. Do you guys remember that? We used to go to conventions. Yeah, I know. It seems like forever ago. And I actually was teaching these expansions there, which was quite fun. Ooh, I love the way they protected this. This is really nice protection. Check that out. Box ends. There we have it. The actual box, it's actually heavier than I was expecting it to be. Of course, I only ever played with a prototype. We got the names up top like you always do. Mike Nudd, very, very nice guy. And Sabrina Miramon, nice, sweet. Including the Kickstarter helicopter mini. I am very excited to unpack that in just a second. Warning, choking hazard, that is because I live in Germany. And I remember at the booth we had to sticker all the games as we were selling them because, of course, most places don't have to put a little sticker about a choking hazard on a game, but in Germany we are very specific about that. And so you could not sell any games at Essen Spiel if they did not have that sticker on them. So there were people running around, finding stickers and putting stickers on games that didn't have them yet. And it was this big thing. It was really kind of funny, actually. I was amused at the country I live in. I still live here, sort of. Is this really living? Yes, I'm kidding. It's really living. So here we go. Nice box fart. That was for you, Dutch Yoda. There we go. All right, leave that off to the side so you can remember what I'm actually looking at. Got a nice little advert for Chocolate Factory, which I actually did also get in the deluxe edition, and I am planning on making an edible version of Tungaro and their app, Cat Cafe. I hear people like cats. That's a thing. Sure, check it out. We've got the rule book. Nice format. I like this. It's not the normal A4 size rule book is too big for me actually. I don't know why. I'm a little kid I guess at heart. I have small hands, bad eyes. I love this format. It's a lot easier for me to deal with. And it doesn't flop over in the middle. You know when you have those flimsy rule books that flop over? I hate that. It looks very clear. Definitely distinctly remember the expansions. I'm not going to look at this too in depth right now because, well, it's boring to you and I know the rules already. So let's move on. I'm sure they changed a few things since Essen. I'd be interested actually to see what they've changed since I played this game and taught this game. There we go, get some punching action. People like to see that. Pink is the new color for the maternity wards. We've got a new no parking area board. That's fun. And the maternity ward add-on room spaces. They go underneath your normal player boards. Oh, got some good punching. I want to make sure I get everything. I don't want to accidentally throw something away. I'm not going to punch all the sheets out on camera, but I did want to get one out. Oh, come on, we'll get one more. Another player board. I believe this does add to the player count, which is very fun. Because Dice Hospital out of the box is 4-player. Got another board here. Makes it very exciting, for those post-corona days when we'll actually be playing with more people. There we got the new pink rooms. Little doctor signies. Nice, nice. Backsides, same as they are in the base game. I'll have to check it out, see if the color matches, but it's pretty much irrelevant in this game, and it looks pretty close, actually. There we go. New things. Let's go ahead and punch those. That's easy enough. Love how those come out. Clean cut, easy to punch. This is going to be a little more fiddly. These things are tiny. I don't feel like doing that today. My hands hurt, but I will get to it. Next sheet up. There's a lot of these sheets. No wonder it was so heavy. Goodness gracious. Another one, and another one, and another one. Here we go. Centrifuge room. Can I say that word correctly? I cannot. Centrifuge. I have no idea. There we go. Some more. Interesting. Stuffy stuffies. Aww, look at all those little babies. They are much paler pink than the ones we were using to demo. That was the first thing I noticed about them. I had already seen on some of the Facebook photos and stuff that Cesar had been posting that they were actually going to be a lot lighter than the ones we prototyped had, but they're still all right. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of light pink. I'm not a very girly person, but I'm sure there are people who like that, and it is definitely a different color, which is important. And I think it's probably well visible color compared to the others. You know, the base game has just, you know, the basic blues and reds and greens and yellows. You got some more little bits. Now, this is interesting. These colors look similar but not exactly the same as the ones in my base game, or maybe I'm just misremembering. I thought my green was a little different, but that could be a print run issue. I know that companies don't have as much control over that as we would like to think they do. The dice, these are the same dice, just more of them. That's good. And in the rose, it's a light pink. Also in the big one, these are the mommies. You can see the size difference going on there. Oh, baby, don't fall. There's a huge size difference going on there. And we've got the little baby dice. And this is to roll to see how many babies the mom actually gets. You know, like, that's how it happens, right? This is, I mean, this is a very Euro-style game, very true to life. A mother will be brought to hospital, you know, when it's time to give birth, and she will be given a dice to roll. Look, it's twins, you know? Who would have thought? Nobody caught that on any of the scans prior, but she's having twins. I love that they kept that realism. Okay, so now one of these things that I'm so bad at opening. There we go. Little flab. Found it. Found the little flab. Got it. Pull that off. Scrub Nurse. That looks a little like Emma. Ooh, sweet. I like that heart. I'm wondering if this is based on someone. A lot of these cards are actually based on people, I believe, to remember. I don't think all of them, but I think some of them are, you know, people who did Kickstarter or whatever. It's always fun to hear those kinds of stories. So it's looking like you got 2 of every new doctor being added, which is, you know, in cahoots with the base game. You have 2 of everything. Oh, wait, here we go. 2 new. These are the administrators. Everybody gets a different one of those at the start if you're not familiar with the game. And these are going to be 2 new abilities being added. Looks like this one's getting to choose, maybe, if it's going to be twins or baby. I don't know. We didn't play with the administrators when I was demoing it. And this looks like it's going to be giving you victory points based on mothers and babies that are released. Probably if you can release 2 moms and babies in around 3 would be my guess based on the symbols. And Alley Cat's actually really good about using icons that are pretty self-explanatory. Once you know the icon, you can pretty much figure out anything in their game. It's very language independent like that, which I love because obviously I have the English copy of the game, but that's not a problem. So here we go. Trainees, hospital strategist. This looks a little different. What have we got going on here? Some other cards. Nice, nice. They're all slightly different. And the back sides of those, it's going to be for the Automa. I like this. I like this symbol for the Automa. And the backs of the others is just, you know, what we're used to already from the game. Oops, put that back in there. Cards. Let's check it out. Aww, look at that. Some little tiny animal. I'm not going to pull these out because I actually don't ever play solo. I like to play this game 2-player solo instead of using the Automa because I'm weird. But that's just me. I know other people love the solo versions of games. I don't. This is exciting. These are the city tiles. I'm just going to kind of dump all this off to the side and pretend that I'm not making a huge mess that I have to clean up later. So these are the city tiles for the expansion with the city. You're going to be, you know, putting them out. These are really nice. They're heavier than I thought they would be, thicker. You can hold out what you see a little bit. Like they're pretty thick. They're nice sized. And they're going to determine where your ambulances actually get to go. So this is where it's really cool if you have the deluxe expansion, especially, you know, with the 3D ambulances, and you've got now the whole like city being built up around it, and you got your little guys walking in to get the patients. Loving this. They're really nice. The art really pops too. Playing with the prototype, it was just kind of like there was a square. You know, here you can see a little more detail, a park and a building and different kinds of buildings and stuff. Even they put a little detail in there that they didn't need to put in, but that I really, oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Yeah, the places you find little dice in these images and the things they're doing is always very fun. If you haven't paid closer attention to Dice Hospital, take a look. And now, nope, before we get to the important part, let's just show off the box here. There's an insert. It's a pointless white insert, but you know, it's there. It'll hold your stuff. Put your boards on top, which I do appreciate putting boards on top of things instead of the other way around, because when you're cleaning up, the board's the last thing you put away. So here we go. The fanciest thing, the most important part of this game. No, probably not. But I love it, and I really wish that I could paint. This is the helicopter. Isn't that cool? I really like this. It's got little ledges for the dice, and it turns. This is so much fun. So let me grab the die. Here we go. Get some patience. The helicopter flying in to get patience. And who does he grab? He takes a couple of patients. Oh, that person's really sick. Those people are doing okay. And he gets his patients and he's flying away with them. Like I said, I'm a child at heart. Whee! Whoa, you shouldn't fly too much to the side. You might drop your patience. Okay, those two died. I guess that's probably minus points. Not sure about that. You should probably not drive. No, just kidding. But that is really fun. And really solid. I haven't seen the gray one. We had a prototype at Essen. I'm not sure if we already had the prototype at UK Games, but I know I have seen one, but it was white, and it wasn't quite as cool as this. This is really nice. I like that. I love that it moves, and I love. Yeah, it's just fun. It's not necessarily important to have it, but I mean, who doesn't want it? You know, that's cool. So that was the Dice Hospital Community Care expansion with a lot of new content for your Dice Hospital game. If you don't have this game yet, you should definitely check it out. What I like about Dice Hospital is it's super easy to teach. It's very friendly for people who don't play very many games, who don't like too many complicated games, or maybe just, an evening where you want to just chat and play games. Works for that really well because you can do the simultaneous play thing. So if you're a little faster, that doesn't bother you. You can then help people answer their questions when you're done. Works really well as a teaching game. Works really well between games. And it does have more strategic depth, especially once you get the community care expansion. So if you are playing a little bit more strategic level and you want that challenge, it's available. So I think it's a pretty nice game to get in there for pretty much anyone. And I'm glad I have it in my shelves, and I know it's going to stay around because I get a lot of play. I use it a lot of times to just kind of gauge where someone's at. Back when we used to have strangers coming over to play games, I would play Dice Hospital to see, how do they handle this? Can they handle more strategy? Should I stay at this level? Maybe should I turn it down a little bit? It's a good game for that kind of thing. So I recommend Dice Hospital with the community care expansion. Take care.